Well, good afternoon, Social Cam. This is the Apostle Thomas C. Battle, pastor of the Greater Real Truth Church, which most of you know. I just wondered, with all the love that went on yesterday in our Valentine's Day, the positive love, the negative love, the adulterous love, the pure love, the hateful love, just a whole lot of love. You know, love has many angles, whether you believe it or not. Amen. I know. It was just a day, but for you that got real love, understand that the greatest love that has ever occurred in the history of us is when Christ came, spent 30 something years upon this earth, because now there's a thing about the 33 and a half years. But it doesn't matter. Christ came and gave his life for a choice to those who would in turn do what he commanded to be done. That is, that you would give your life to God, his Father, that we could escape the clutches of hell and eternal burning, unfortunately, that many of you, for whatever reason, don't believe in. It's also unfortunate that because you believe such, that it is no hell, don't change anything. Many of you today will spend an eternity in a lake of fire with Satan and the angels from heaven that also by choice, that they could not accept that God had given them. Now remember, when Satan got kicked out of heaven, God did a survey and said, all of you that believe Lucifer's story, you can go to. That was the equivalent of 1/3 of heaven, the angelic host that believed Lucifer's lie. Same thing in this natural life that we live in as the Adamitic family. Many of you believe the story that there's no hell and that God is not going to do anything to us because his love is so great. God would never do anything. His love and his mercy. I had news for all of you that want to believe that fallacy of a story. When Jesus gave his life on this earth, it was because Adam had made a choice to allow his life to be controlled by sin. Same thing you guys do today. You don't want to believe that God will put you in hell, as some of you say, and it's not God putting you there. What God merely do is grant you what your choice was. Don't you believe after Jesus made his appearance here on the earth in such a new supernatural part of life, he came as the second Adam to give us a choice to be put back together again. That's why Jesus gave the commandment that if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Now, if you are one who continues to every day, daily, continue to commit the same sin over and over again, you ain't gonna make it. Because it's by your choice that you continue to fall into that same fault and that same sin daily. You see, many of you want to play games that you think God has no clue. Oh, glory be to God. It's just like these simplistic people who sit and say, Well, I was born with this conscience. Got news for you. God has never created anything imperfect. So when you allow yourself, now understand this, it is the devil, it is Satan who alters the mind of folks by invitation. If you don't receive what he's trying to give you, you don't have to be that. That's no different than when folk are broke. They don't go rob the bank by choice. And then there are those that are so whatever. They go and they put on a mask and some put on a bandana, but they go into the bank and demand money that don't belong to them. And the law get them, and the law catch them. Then they're put in jail, and then they serve a sentence. No different in regular life. When a boy child is born, his mind have the characteristics of a boy till he turns into a man. God does not create boys to act like women. Neither does he create women to act like men. So what are you saying, Apostle? I'm telling you, when you stand and defy the laws of God, I'm like saying, well, God didn't make a man like a horse or a lamb or a dog or even a vacuum cleaner. But people make choices. Here's what our issue is today in this life. We make choices, whether they are knowledgeable, whether they are unknowledgeable. We are the only creation of God that will not do what he wanted us to do, what he gave us the power of choice. Oh, bless his name. Dogs bark, cats meow, cows moo, moo, trees blow and flow with the wind. Water, do what water's supposed to do. But it is the creation of God that he made to glorify him. And then he did not make us where we had to give him the glory. He gave us choice. The Bible said he made us in his image. Isn't it ironic that God made man in his image and God has choice and God has will? He made us and he wants us to love him because we love him. God is a holy God. And if you are not holy, if you are not striving for the spirit of holiness and perfection, my brother, my sister, boy, girl, you're going to the place. You can't get rid of Isaiah 1:18. It's there. You can't get rid of Isaiah 5th chapter. Hell have enlarged herself without measure. God made a place for everybody who don't want to, who choose not to serve him, who choose not to obey him. There is a place waiting for you, and it's not heaven. God is not going to let people in because he like you or dislike you and throw you in hell. It is your decision today. Every one of you that view this social cam moment, you are going to have to make a choice. And if you don't make a choice, all hobos will end up in a lake of fire. Well, my brothers, my sisters, I am the Apostle Thomas C. Battle, right here in Cleveland, Ohio, pastor of the Greater Real Truth Church, overseer